scoring 16 points and adding 5 turnovers. His playoff production has dropped off since leaving the Rockets, with his points per game falling 10 points from when he was with Houston. This is largely due to his playoff usage being way down, as he has not put up as many shots with the Nets and the Sixers. And you came back for more. Cavs coach J.B. Bickerstaff here with us. Great to have you. Looking very dapper.
Oh, appreciate that.
Yeah.
Number one, she's never told me that, but that's okay. Number
that's
two.
That's a lie.
Number two, he came back because his boy wasn't here yesterday. What's up, coach?
We did miss you.
I'm just saying. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, he's dead now.
Right.
No, he better come back. So it's good to see you.
Good to see you, too.
How's Pops, man?
He's doing well. I'll tell him you asked about him.
Right,
yeah, he's watching right now, I guarantee you.
That's my man right there. Love Bernie. Love Bernie.
Yeah.
Good coach.
Damn good coach.
Won a championship.
Damn good coach. Absolutely.
And JB doing a heck of the job,
yes,
too, with
you
that
have.
young Cavs team as well.
Appreciate it.
Stephen A. was referencing them earlier, but I won't bring you into that conversation.
I heard.
Now, let's talk about Harden, though, because you were with him in Houston.
Mm-hmm.
Is the high-scoring Harden we once knew gone?
I think he's playing the position that his team needs. And that's what New Jersey, or Brooklyn, needed from him. Yeah. When he was working with Joel early in the season, they needed him to be a facilitator. Mm-hmm. So I don't think that it's gone. You know, I've heard people have the conversation about, you know, he may have lost a step. He is, you know, older. He does have a lot of miles on him, but he's an extremely intelligent basketball player, and he's an extremely skilled basketball player. So he has the ability to use his intelligence and his skill to still create the shots that he needs. And I think we'll see more of that from him, because that's what Philly's going to need.
You know, it's fascinating. He played great in Game 6 against Toronto. Played very well. He looked like, you know, he made the great point not too long ago, a couple weeks ago, that Harden doesn't look like Harden. And I hadn't seen enough, and he was 1,000% right, because he hasn't played like the Harden that we have seen. And people are going to bring up the fact maybe he's a little out of shape, the fact that he's been bouncing around team to team. He's a little heavy. The foul situation doesn't get that lean-in call like he did all those, so the free throw attempts are not as great as they used to be. So there is a little doubt right now if he is the player he was 2 or 3 years ago who can pick up the slack with Embiid hurt.
Well, I mean, I think obviously we know there has to be adjustments made over time in guys' career, right? All the great players, as they started to get older, had to change their games a little bit. Michael Jordan added the fadeaway to his shot because he wasn't as athletic and getting to the basket as often. So all those guys take time to have to make those adjustments. He's just been thrust in some real difficult situations, you know, right now with a team that wasn't necessarily built for him, but now he's got to be the guy and carry that team, and that's always difficult too.
You see, first of all, I got a couple of problems with Coach.
Here we go.
Biggs. A couple of problems. Number one, what the hell you do? What the hell you doing being so good at this, man? I mean, you trying to take he's trying to take people's jobs. That's what he's trying to do. He's pretty damn good analysis right there. I mean, we gonna see him on TV more. That's number one. Number two, can we just be real? James Harden is no more. Can we just do that?
Yeah,
let me say.
You'll finish, but I still disagree. Go ahead and finish that, yeah.
Here's what I mean. If James Harden is listening, I'm not implying that you can't play. He's too brilliant of a basketball player. We know he can play. We understand that. James Harden can give you 20 a night. He can give you 20 and 8, easy. He could do something like that. This is a guy that's a 3 or 4-time league scoring champion. Do y'all realize that James Harden has not attempted 20 shots a game since he's arrived in Philly? Not even once. He has never attempted 20 shots a game. He hasn't scored 25 points in the last 13 games. That ain't James Harden, y'all. Let's call this what it is. And you know this better than me, Coach, because you're an exceptional basketball mind. When people take a whole bunch of shots, what people don't realize, you know the conditioning that you have to be in to get off shots. You know the legs that you have to have. You know the kind of shape that you have to be in to be able to go out there night in and night out and attempt these shots. It's very flagrant, the numbers that I just gave y'all, because that ain't James Harden. It's not what he does. And so when you take that into account, here's what I would tell James Harden, because I respect him so much. And I know last week I made noise because I was talking about throw again. I wasn't literally talking about the guy playing bad on purpose. What I'm saying is you've been playing so anemic, it's so uncharacteristic. I'm like, damn, you can think anything. That's all I was trying to say. But in all seriousness, and I was playing around, but in all seriousness, I'm looking at James Harden. He can't gain the separation that he once could get. And as a result, this is where he has to be held accountable. And, Coach, you know this better than me. He wants out of Houston. Fertitta initially says no. What do? You come in out of shape. And then to force your way out of Houston. Once you did that and you got to Brooklyn, you had to work to get back in shape. Once that happened is when you got the hamstring injury. And you've never been the same. When you don't take care of your body on an elite level, I'm not talking about getting ready. I'm talking about staying ready. I'm talking about the LeBrons of the world and various others, the Kobes, the MJs, and others, where it didn't matter where you caught them. They were always in shape. I'll bring up a boxing thing for a second with Floyd Money Mayweather. I see him walk into a Roscoe's. He got an army full of dudes. I mean, you know anything about Roscoe's in L.A. I mean, the chicken and the sweet potato, everything. You go to Roscoe's. Everybody around them, they order enough food to close down the place. Floyd Mayweather was drinking water. He ain't eating anything.
Discipline.
Because that's not what he does. He stayed ready. LeBron stays ready. True stars, the great stars that you point to, Coach, stay ready. James Harden was usually ready. What happened is he threw himself for a loop to get out of Houston. And the way he compromised himself conditionally, in my opinion, came back to haunt him, and now he's never gotten that back. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.